Okay, as you can see today I've parked out the front of a gate, and the gate is pressed together and hard to open. So all I'm doing is adjusting the hinges, unscrewing the screws, removing the screws to make this back gate easier to get into. This is our all thumbs rating chart. In today's project, we're going to rate it at a number 4, relatively easy. Just got to know how to use a drill and a screw gun. Okay, so today I've got a gate. The gate's jammed hard against itself. The lady who lives here can't open the gate. It's just lowered on the hinges, so we're going to have a look at that today. I'll have to lift the gate to get it to open. So, okay, now what I'm going to do today, these are the hinges at the moment, and I'm going to adjust the gate slightly in towards the post. So I'm going to take these screws out of both hinges, top and bottom. And what I'm going to do is shift this so that the gate is closer to the hinge, giving a gap at that end. And I'm going to actually lift the gate up so that this hinge will go down a little bit. And I'm only going to go down about half a hole. I'm taking these out. These will actually be damaged and rusted, so we're going to put in some new galvanized roofing screws that we're going to put in there, and I'm going to pre-drill this because it is hardwood. So, and then when we're finished, we're not trying to get the gap perfect, we're just trying to get it so that the gate will open and swing with ease rather than have to lift it up and put it in place each time. Let's grab a rattle gun, and I'm going to pull these out first, drop the gate down, and we'll have a look once the gate is down. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so now I've dropped the gate off and I'm going to move. So I've removed the hinges, I've pulled the old bolts out, which they're pretty bad. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move the hinges down to lift the gate up a little bit, and I'm moving them slightly in because the gap in the gate meant that both the gates were hitting each other in the middle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lower this down, and I've lowered the top one down, and now I'm lowering the bottom one, and all I'm really doing is getting the old mark from the gate and trying to match that. I'm going just a little bit in about there and about the same distance down top and bottom. The hinges actually float, so they don't have to be perfect, so I don't have to measure it up. So what I'll do is I'll grab a drill. It's going to pre-drill this because it's hardwood. With hardwood, it tends to split if you don't pre-drill it. Pulling it backwards and forwards to clear out my drill. Like so. Okay. I'm using galvanized screws. They're smaller than the last ones, but they're longer and they seem to do a nice job. So, one, two, 3, 4. Okay, so I've lifted her up. What I'm going to do now is try and lift the gate. Now this will be heavy because it is hardwood. Okay, bottom hinge, top hinge. Wiggle him around a little bit. Oop, there's the bottom. There's the top one. There's the bottom one. Okay, so much better from this point of view. Let's have a look, see how they line up. Okay, we're still hitting there. We've still got a little bit at the top, which means we probably should bring the top in a little bit higher. Okay, so what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to take out the screws I've just done. I'm going to lift that up to try and make that gap equal and bring this up that much. Okay, so I've undone the top hinge, as you can see over there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put in this piece of plastic, and I'm going to try and lift this fence up. Now line those two up. Now that's gone up too high, so I will measure him about there so that it comes up about the right height. Okay, that looks good. I'll line this up. I'll put a screw in him. Okay, that hinge on. The two lining up. Okay, that's one screw. Let's just have a look at how that came up. Oh, look at that. Okay, they're nice and gapped now. Not perfectly. It could go up a little higher. So, what we might do is we'll grab my little bit of spacer again. I want that in there. Nice wide gap. Okay, we want that there. What we'll do, you go on a slight angle. Of course we snap him off. Okay. On that. If I can get one in here now that I've got a screw in there. Two. Three. Okay, I'm very happy with that. They're lining up. The bottom is a little bit gappy and I could shim it out, but I'm very happy with that. And the gate is now lining up. I need one more screw. Okay. Yeah, we don't like that much.
Okay, so that's the job finished there. The gate now swings nice and easy and hangs nice and straight. I'm really happy with that. All that's left to do now is to put the brackets that stop it from swinging, so the gate latches in place, and that should be done. In the privacy gate here, the latch currently goes either side of the hole-in wall, and it actually has been bent, so it's not actually doing its job. So we're going to unscrew that and replace it with a spring-loaded one that goes into the hole into the wall. Let's have a look at that. There's already a hole in the wall here, so I'm just going to remove the aluminium plate that's covering over the top and doing nothing. I may choose later on to put a spacer board down that side of the gate, but not for now. This is the latch I've decided to use. It's spring loaded. I'm going to put the end in the hole, and as you can see, the holes on one end of it are on the timber, but the other holes aren't. So we're going to pre-drill the holes at this end and put them on the timber, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill new holes and allow that to overhang. It won't bother this project like that. I've already screwed 2 screws into the latch to hold it, and I'm just putting the third one in now. Now for this job, I'm using tapered screws. So a tapered screw has a head like that. It's tapered on the inside edge, and in the bracket itself I've used a larger drill bit just to taper out the steel. I've pre-drilled this also into the hardwood to stop it splitting, and I'm just going to put the screw in now, like so. And then I'm going to put another one underneath, and that sits rather flush. It does stick out off the end a little bit, but I'm okay with that in this scenario. Okay, so don't forget that when you finish job, always put your drill bits back in the drill bit case, because otherwise the next project you're missing your drill bits. Just helps with every project. Okay, so the spring loading works and the gate swings. This part of the job's next. Let's move on to the double gates.
Okay, so I've moved to the double gate now, and this is a latch style lock here. Now, this gate has got two mechanisms at the bottom here, just here, and the problem is what happens is often this one here is usually left in the up position so the gate can swing. However, in this case here, they've been used to hold the latch because this is no longer working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this old latch here with the new one, and a new striker on this side. There's some holes in the side here that we have to watch out for. I will try and probably move this latch down lower onto this steel plate, which means pre-drilling. It's so that when I put this on, I'm not going into timber that's already damaged. I'm moving a little bit lower. So I'm going to go and remove this, and I'll come back in a sec when we're ready to pre-drill this. See you soon. Okay, so I've removed the old latch, and what I want to do now is I want to put this on here. Now, when I put this one on, I want it to sit nice and firm. Now, the problem is this bit of steel means that it will probably move back or forwards a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift that up to there, and I'm just going to put a couple of pre-drill marks. Like that. And now I'm going to drill these through. First screw. That's one. That's two. And what I want to do now is I'm going to just pre-drill those last ones. Like I said before, best thing is to tighten your drill and go back half a turn. That locks your chuck, stops it from the bit from falling out. Okay. Okay, that looks great. Now, we want this piece to sit in here, like that. We want it to connect like that. So once again, pre-drill. Now you may be tempted not to pre-drill. Not pre-drilling will usually cause the timber to split. So what we're going to do is we're going to pre-drill it right there. Once again, pre-drill. Up, we'll still leave that on there so when the gate is swung all the way open we can latch it in the outer areas. This now closes and can sit closed nice and easy, so we only have to have one side latched, and we have a latch for opening and closing from the top. The advantages of that is when you're on the other side of the fence, you have to put your hand all the way over and down the bottom here to reach this bottom piece in order to lift it up, whereas now all you have to do on the latch is lift the latch and open the gate at a nice comfortable height. That's it. That's installing a latch on a gate and making the gate work. I'll see you next time. Well, that's a wrap, and I'm off to find my next project to film. If you click subscribe, you'll help me heaps, and I'll see you next time.